And Hunter and Bryant. Lindsey Hunter comes over from Detroit. The Nuggets will line up this way tonight. Tariq Abdul-Wahed, Raef LaFrentz, and Ryan Bowen. And in the backcourt, it'll be Nick Van Exel and James Posey. And the ball gets tapped out of bounds. Actually, Rick Fox is in the starting lineup tonight, as he has been. Bernie Fryer, Leon Wood, and Violet Palmer with the whistles tonight. We're ready to go. The Lakers at 9-1. This is just their 5th road game, however. They're 3-1. Their lone loss came in Phoenix last week, 95-83. Fox on Wahed. And Tariq looks to give it up. The only person there was Kobe Bryant. Here's Lindsey Hunter, and he's up and in.
Lindsey struggling last night at home against the Clippers. Actually, that was on the road, but in the same building against the Clippers. But gets off to a good start here. I thought Wahed had an easy lane to the basket, just need to hold on to the basketball.
There's a steal, and Wahed's going to get it back. Posey thought about a 3, moves in closer, and a good look, rolls out. Samaki Walker gives to Rick Fox. 2-0 Los Angeles. The Lakers did play last night, which is an advantage, you would think, for Denver, who had yesterday off. Hunter's always been able to shoot that shot. He knocks down the triple. Lindsey Hunter with his 19th three-pointer of the year. He's got more than 850 in his career.
Yeah, the career about 37, 38% three-point shooter. Cannot let him get his feet set and look at the basket without a hand in his face.
Reach-around foul on Hunter.
I think this is a nice move, a nice look for the Nuggets. Looking at Van Exel down at the post against Lindsey Hunter. Probably the biggest advantage they have on the court right now.
There's Walker on LaFrentz right now. Shaq has Bowen. So Shaq can basically stay camped in the paint. That shot is off by Raef. And the big man pulls down the rebound.
Very important for the Nuggets to pull down defensive rebounds tonight and get into a running game. If they get into a grinded out half-court game with the Lakers, they're going to be in trouble.
As will every other team in the league. The Lakers last year went 15-1, rolling to their 2nd straight championship. 3 to shoot it. Bryant goes up, and Bryant makes it 7-0. So not the start the Nuggets were looking for. And this happened the other night against New Jersey. They fell behind very early, and then were able to battle back and win in overtime, 99-96. With a little leaner, and he scores. First look of the night for Van Exel.
Nice touch, just walked around the corner. When he gets on that left hand, he's tough. Nobody came to help, and he just kept going and floated it up there.
Nick 5th in the league in scoring. Kobe's 3rd. Shaq leads everybody right now at better than 29 a game. 3. This one, Fox's.
What he's saying, there's a little firepower on the court right now?
Just a little bit.
Van Exel going to be big tonight, as he has been early on this season. I think he's got to look to be aggressive early.
He's going to be up for the Lakers. That shot is off, and the Nuggets have gone without an offensive rebound through the first 3 minutes. And generally speaking, that hasn't happened either. They've been very good on the offensive glass. Shaq's first touch on offense is 12-2, and I'm sure Dan is thinking about a timeout right about now.
And Shaq got Raef LaFrentz buried deep in the key. Raef's got to meet him about the free throw line when he's coming down the court and just try to keep him out of there.
Cut to the basket, Wahed, rewarded. I think he was surprised how open he was.
Well, he was surprised because I didn't expect the Lakers, and maybe the Nuggets didn't either. It was a great pass to double team Raef LaFrentz 15 feet from the basket.
Lakers have not missed a shot. If that continues, winning time will be very difficult.
Raef just getting manhandled right now by Shaquille O'Neal.
Denver foul number 45, Raef LaFrentz.
A moment ago at the Nugget end of the court. This is just a simple hit the post, cut to the basket. You see Rick Fox comes off him. Kobe asleep on the other side, and Wahed alertly just flashes to the basket. That was easy.
Shaq repost, gets it back against Raef. Now for the 3rd time, here comes help. And a wild shot there by O'Neal. I think he was looking for the foul.
I don't know if Shaquille looks for the foul, do you?
I don't know if he feels the foul. Posey on a drive, goes up and challenges O'Neal. Good drive by James Posey.
He can deal it out when he wants to, though.
Yeah. Imagine. And a timeout for Phil Jackson. 7:58 to go in the opening quarter. Denver behind early, 12-6.
Outside the arc on the left, Pope picks him up and drives the baseline, leans in, reverse layup. 5 on the clock against Garnett. Here's the matchup. No contest. Pass Bowen, drives in, scoops up there. Weaving his way through the defender. Drops it off for Campbell for a dunk. Mercer drives to the baseline on him, turns and shoots and makes it in. Grabbed by Williams. Scott has it knocked away. Loose Bowen picks it up and lays it in. A little scrappy.
Is there a doctor in the house? My friend is bleeding.
NFL This Morning. It's the pregame show that's not really a pregame show. Sundays at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Sooner or later, everyone realizes that using drugs is a bad choice. But some people have to learn the hard way, like me. Do yourself a favor. If you haven't tried drugs, then don't start. But if you have, then do whatever it takes to stop. I know what addiction feels like. It's been 12 years, but I'll never forget how many people I hurt. The sooner you realize how much damage drugs can do, the better off you're going to be. So get some help. You deserve it.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
The Nuggets down 6 to the Lakers early on. It's time for our scouting report brought to you by Pizza Hut. Nick Van Exel on how to beat his former team.
The key is beating the Lakers is hopefully Shaq's not playing, hopefully Kobe's not playing, and Phil Jackson gets laryngitis so you can't hear his deep voice on the sideline. That's your only chance. Those guys are real good. They play well together. Phil gets them going, and you know they're a force.
Well, unfortunately for Nick, Kobe is out there, just hitting his second shot. Shaq is out there, and Phil Jackson, I don't think, has laryngitis.
Well, the game plan's gone out the window then, hasn't it?
It basically has. You know, Nick obviously giving the Lakers their due. However, the Nuggets have played the Lakers tough. Not too many teams in the league last year beat the Lakers twice. The Nuggets were 2-2 last year with LA. Grace turns and hits that baseline fadeaway on Samaki Walker.
It was a fadeaway, but more up and down that time, not a hard fadeaway. He kept his balance and went close to straight up and down.
Tarek Abdul-Wahid picks up his first foul as we take a look at Todd's game plan for Dan Issel's team. Todd?
What are the Nuggets giving thanks for so far this season? I think being unselfish defensively at that end. They're rotating, they're helping each other out, they're rebounding. They're giving thanks in advance for a way to try and stop Kobe and Shaq this week. That's going to be a big task. And St. Nick for his scoring and late game heroics. They're giving thanks for that as well. Hopefully he can keep it up.
Hopefully this doesn't continue. The Lakers are 7 of 9 from the floor, and they lead 16-8. Imagine they're not going to shoot 75% or better from the game.
Pass went into the post. Ray, as he brought the ball down to gather himself, Lindsey Hunter had his arm up, trying to defend. Watch. He tries to get in there and knock the pass away. His arm's just up. As Rafe brings it down, he brings it right into Hunter. Hunter comes away with the call.
And Hunter has 2 fouls, which means he will depart. Your old friend Brian Shaw comes in. 13 years at Cal Santa Barbara.
Why are all my friends getting old?
Well, I'll explain it to you afterwards.
I guess they got no choice. We're all getting old, eh?
Bingo, that's Stanford education.
Again.
James Posey misses. Here comes Bryant. Kobe last night had 25 points to lead the Lakers. He had a double-double. In fact, he handed out 12 assists in their win against the Clippers. Shaw will fire. Posey down. James Posey's hurt. James Posey hurt his knee, and he's still writhing in pain on the other end of the floor. The blast for two is Van Exel, and the Nuggets need to get a timeout. Posey can't get up.
Well, I'm not sure why they didn't call a timeout. Daniel's calling for Posey hurting badly. Let's hope this isn't too serious, but it doesn't look good right now.
Number 45, Rayford France, personal foul number 2. 2 fouls.
This is moments ago. Shaw with the shot. Shaq tries to come down with the rebound. About 3 Nuggets go up for it. You see Posey underneath Shaq, and his knee gets bent back. You see his right knee gets bent back as his right foot goes back behind his hip right there. Ooh, that is not pretty.
You don't want to watch this again, perhaps.
See above the rim, and Posey immediately grabbing his knee in a lot of pain right now.
Shaquille O'Neal is 335 pounds, and we were remarking before the game when we were visiting with Shaq. I mean, he's always big. He's one of the biggest human beings you'll ever see. He's even bigger this year. And James Posey is in a world of hurt right now. 6-point Laker lead.
Coach, how do you feel about this trade?
Well, obviously I'm disappointed. You know, I was expecting a good 2-3 years of solid performance. And now, after just 1 month, this is what happened. Really puts a damper on the rest of the season.
Hey, Coach, should have gone to the new Lakewood Fordland, where every pre-owned vehicle comes with their 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty on cars, trucks, minivans, you name it. Lakewood Fordland 6-month warranty. It's the only game in town.
Guys, we should have let the Wings keep him.
Together with Conoco, you can help protect and preserve our homeland and America's icon, Yellowstone National Park's Old Faithful. Make your donation to the Yellowstone Park Foundation. Call 406-586-6303.
The Lakers lead 16-10. James Posey has been taken to the locker room. As soon as we have some news, we will pass it along to you. Halfway home in the first quarter. Friday, the Nuggets will be on the road. They'll take on Rasheed Wallace and the Portland Trail Blazers from the Rose Garden in Portland. That'll be Friday at 8 p.m. right here on Fox Sports Net. 8 p.m. in the Mountain Time Zone, Denver and Portland. Portland's been vulnerable in the early going. Scottie Pippen is on the injured list. Here's a 3-ball from Kobe. He was 3 of 3 from that distance last night. Well, Denver looks like they'll play tonight at least without James Posey. He did not put any weight on it when he departed, and the thin basketball team is even thinner now. Posey's their leading rebounder, in fact. Bryant takes it the other way and connects.
And the Nuggets throw it away. Scott Williams flips it into Van Exel, who wasn't really ready for it, and the world champions, of course, will capitalize. That's what world champions do.
And now it's 21-10. The Lakers have their largest lead. Rick Fox has buried a couple of threes. Lindsey Hunter's on the bench, has a 3.
Lakers very comfortable right now in their offense. They're getting anything they want.
But nobody underneath but purple jerseys.
Yeah, this is the lowest I've seen the energy level of Nuggets, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with this triangle offense. It's difficult to double team and recover, and maybe that's what makes this offense so good. But the energy level just doesn't seem there right now, does it, Drew, tonight?
No, I agree with you. Here's Bryant, he gets a step. Williams helps out, and the block to no avail. Samaki Walker came down with it initially, and then a shot clock violation. 4:43 to go in the first quarter. Let's visit with Sandy Williams. Sandy.
Drew, before the game, I talked with Phil Jackson and said, why don't zones work against your offense? And he says teams will try for 2 or 3 possessions simply because they're deep. Their offense is so complex, and they have so many ways to get their guys open. It's just tough to throw anything. So the best thing to do is pray and play man-to-man. Drew?
Pray and play man-to-man.
Well, Phil Jackson would say that, wouldn't he?
Yeah. You don't see
He's not going to give away any
You've seen
secrets.
a bunch of games through 10, 11, 12 games this season. Teams, yeah, they slide a guy over, but you're not saying you haven't seen one team come out and play a zone. You just can't do it because the athletes are too good. Here's Shaq, pretty good defense by Williams, and it goes out of bounds to Denver.
The athletes are too good, but the other thing is, once the season starts, let's say you practice a zone through the whole training camp for a month. You come out and play a zone for 10 games, that doesn't work. You don't have time to throw in another zone. You don't have time to work on something else. These guys have been playing man-to-man since they got in the league. Everybody knows that.
Nick holds onto the basketball, and he couldn't kiss it off the glass. Denver is icy to begin, shooting in the 30s. And the Lakers are at 60%. It's an 11-point lead for the world champs. Samaki Walker turns, and Kobe taps it in. That looked like offensive interference.
Yeah, the first one was fine, but the second one certainly looked like it was in the cylinder. But really, Kobe got in there too easy. Shaq got in there earlier. The rebounding for the Nuggets right now, very poor. And you see the shooting by both teams. Lakers getting great shots, Nuggets not getting very good ones.
McLeod misses from 17 feet, 3:14 to go in the first quarter, 23-10.
You know, Phil Jackson and Sandy make a good point, Drew. You think about a good offense, and you think about it in football or anything else. You may know what's coming, but you can't stop it.
And you want the Lakers to have to play 48 minutes tonight. Bryant, he's fouled. Then he fire the call, and he's going to go to the line. You want him to play 48 minutes, and the last thing you want to have happen is a team that figures to be a little more fatigued come in here and win the game in the first quarter, as Vashawn Leonard, who has not played much this year, is getting ready to come in. But first, we'll have a timeout.
You want a timeout? Because you've had one already.
Well, I think the Nuggets, right now, their energy level certainly needs to come up. And the referee's going to bring the teams back out on the floor right now. Apparently there was not a timeout available.
Well, the television timeout went away with the James Posey injury. One of the things that Dan is complaining about early in this basketball game, I'm sure every other coach in the league says the same thing. He says, you know what, that guy is the best player in the league, and the second best player in the league is right there on the free throw line.
Is that him?
That was him.
Thanks.
And yet, they get every call.
Well, you can argue they get every call, and that's been the case no matter what level you're at. Those guys are quicker, they're bigger, they're stronger, and if they're the better player, they're normally going to have the advantage. So if they have the advantage going to the basket and you're trying to catch up, the likelihood of you fouling goes up. So it may seem like they get most of the calls, but because they're going by people and people are out of position a lot of times, that's the reason they're getting the foul calls.
Certainly they earn a lot of those calls. 25-10. The Nuggets are down 15. Here's Vashawn Leonard looking for Scott Williams. Tough shot by Williams. And the Nuggets still are without an offensive rebound, and they're the third best offensive rebounding team in the league.
Let's see what kind of pressure the Nuggets put on the ball right here. I mean, the Lakers have been walking to the basket, getting anything they want. Kobe a couple times, but you see the rebounding numbers not looking good for the Denver Nuggets right now. Ironically, the Lakers being out-rebounded by 3 a game this year, and the Nuggets out-rebounding their opponents by 3.
To see. And the basketball comes to Denver. Here's a chance to run for the first time. And the steal by Rick Fox. He read it well, and then he loses it out of bounds. Rick Fox, after the win against the Clippers last night, keep in mind, you're talking about a team 9-1. He said, we're just awful right now. He goes, we are out of sync in the triangle offense, and we're just trying to figure it out with some new players.
You know what I think?
And they're 9-1.
What Phil Jackson does, first of all, he finds great role players. Nuggets turn it over, not getting a good shot again here. Struggling in the half court badly.
The first quarter, 2 minutes.
But see, when you're pulling the ball out of the basket and you're not getting those fast break opportunities, you're forced to play in the half court.
Horry misses the 3. Nuggets have not been able to take advantage of the big crowd here tonight either. Into Williams, Walker in the air.
My point about Phil Jackson earlier, one of the things I think he does a great job of, he identifies players that can fill roles. Obviously, he's had a couple superstars on the Chicago. He's had Michael Jordan. Here he's got Kobe and Shaq. But he does a great job at filling in the holes and getting guys that are happy to play roles. Veterans that have maybe been the stars somewhere else, and all they want to do is win. And they know here Kobe and Shaq are the guys in this team, and nobody's going to change that.
Scott Williams goes 1-2. Saw the graphic a moment ago, the best records in the NBA so far this season. The only surprise here would be Detroit at 7-2.
I think you could make an argument in the last 15 or 20 years with most of the championship teams you've seen. The role players are almost as important as the stars.
Samaki Walker makes like Shaq. Yeah, they are. But when you have Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, similar to what Phil Jackson had in Jordan and Pippen in Chicago, you know, you can put out on the floor a lot of other guys.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, it's harder to find the superstars, but it also takes a certain mindset to play a role and to take pride in that role and to play that role to its fullest, play hard and be happy with it. A lot of guys in the NBA aren't happy playing a role.
Kobe Bryant picks up his first. Big numbers this year.
Well, he's been phenomenal, hasn't he?
Been awesome. Let's check in with Sandy Williams. Sandy, you have anything more on Posey?
Yeah, Drew, right now they are taking x-rays on his right knee, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Usually if it's a ligament, you can just do it by pulling and twisting. X-rays, that usually involves a bone, so we don't know the depth of the injury or what is wrong. We're just waiting for the results from the x-rays. Drew?
Okay, Sandy, and one of the things that they're able to do here at Pepsi Center, as that shot is off by Bryant, is take x-rays in-house. So,
well, a lot of times what happens in these situations, they may have determined Nick with a great move, can't finish it ahead, can't clean it up. Scott Williams can't either.
That looked like goaltending on Ori. They're going to give him a block. This is unbelievable. The Nuggets have 5 looks from point-blank range and get blanked.
There was certainly some contact around the basket, but you got to finish one of those.
That was ridiculous. 7 on the shot clock, 14 left in the first quarter. A forgettable one thus far for Denver. And Samaki Walker unaware that it's a shot clock violation.
Well, 13, 15, or 16 points, whatever this turns out to be for the Nuggets, or 14. I would say, and I haven't looked this up, but this has got to be the worst first quarter of the season for them.
Yeah, not much question there. They've had slow starts, but they're usually able to counter their slow starts. Here's McLeod, good look at a 3. Nuggets could have used that. The first quarter's history. The Lakers lead it 27-13. Kobe Bryant leading the way with 10 points. Shaq scored just 2. The biggest story may be the potential injury to James Posey. 27-13, the Lakers through 1.
Ford's leading the way with the best-selling compact pickup Ford Ranger. And for a limited time, you can lease a Ranger Super Cab XLT 4x4 for only $209 a month, loaded with 4 doors, ABS brakes, and V6 power. There's even an MP3 CD player, all for only $209 a month. Or choose 0% financing on any Ranger. Hurry, these deals end soon. So visit your Rocky Mountain Ford store today.
Kurt Warner's life unfolded like a fairy tale. An unknown seeking a dream in the NFL.
I had no job, I had no money, we were living off of food stamps.
Until his hope became reality and gave him the opportunity of a lifetime.
2 minutes to go in the Super Bowl. Your team is tied.
Kurt Warner, Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8, followed by a special presentation of Deion Sanders at 9 on Fox Sports Net.
Come on and feel the love for the guys.
Introducing the best damn sports show, period.
Here are the rules. There are no rules.
A 3-race circus of ex-jocks and comedians where anything goes.
Hey, Mike, better load up on the Michael Jordan cologne because the Wizards stink.
It's 90 minutes of comedy, commentary.
Michael Jordan is still the best player in the NBA.
And all the scores and highlights you can possibly stand.
It's not sex, but it's close.
Tonight at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Denver Nuggets basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Lakewood Fordland. You deserve the best, and we deliver. By Compass Bank, free checking, and we rebate other banks' ATM fees. Not very bankish. And by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi. It was not a joyous first quarter for Denver. With Todd Lipke and Sandy Williams, I'm Drew Goodman. The Lakers lead at 27-13. They have the basketball. Bryant, Shaw, Shaquille back out there. Mitch Richmond, Devin George, Robert Horry. And a foul on the floor on Scott Williams. They're going to give him the bucket. First quarter, James Posey, we will find out hopefully shortly the severity of his knee injury. They cannot afford to lose anybody. That is obvious. Without McDyess, James Posey's been their leading rebounder. He has scored at times. Shaq gets it back and then picks one up that's even worse than the free throw. Well, I was going to say, James Posey, along with Tariq Abdul-Wahid, their two best defenders, and that's why the Nuggets are over 500. Their defense.
You're exactly right. And those guys have been a big part of that defense and offensively rebounded the basketball.
Sean Leonard got all the way to the glass, couldn't make the layup. So it's a second unit as Richmond misses along with Shaq. Perennial all-star guy who scored more than 20,000 points in his NBA career. In fact, he's 25th on the all-time scoring list.
Sean Leonard getting really his first quality minutes of the season because of the injury to Posey.
2 to shoot it. An air ball and a shot clock violation. So the Nuggets have got nothing going in the half court. And because the Lakers have made many shots, they haven't been able to get a running game going.
Yeah, they're playing the half court right now. We talked about that early in the first quarter. The Los Angeles Lakers will absolutely drill you in the half court. That's why they've won 2 world championships. That's really why the Chicago Bulls won in Chicago, of course, throw Jordan into the mix, but their half court offense is unstoppable.
Great movement by the Lakers. Devin George gets the open shot, and it comes out to George. Intended for Mitch Richmond, but give Shaq an assist.
Yeah, he kind of threw it to an area. Mitch was the only one over there. Potter hit a pretty tough shot from the baseline.
Scott Williams. The Nuggets right now are in jeopardy of losing this game before halftime.
Shaq getting down the court early, and really him and Williams wrestling the whole way down. Shaq's got position. Let's take a look at the double team on Shaq a moment ago. Now wait till Sean Leonard comes, and then we're going to freeze it right there, guys. Okay, here's the open man. The rotation comes from here, and Mitch Richmond steps down. I'll clear it, and we'll roll it. You see the rotations come down. George McLeod's got 2 players on the weak side, and really doesn't take either one of them. Tries to recover to Richmond, can't do it.
And Robert Horry hits. They're in a groove offensively. Shooting 50% from the floor. It seems like higher than that, but just a couple of short ones. But
well, the discouraging thing is that this looks easy right now. I mean, they're not hitting tough shots.
No, they're up 20. They're hitting wide open shots. And the Nuggets again with the shot clock winding down, struggling to get a good look. And it's a long jumper. This is reminiscent of the Nuggets against Orlando. The reverse layup on McLeod is there.
If I'm Denver right now, you maybe think to go into a passing game and just get everybody moving. Right now, a lot of people standing and watching at the offensive end. Get people moving. Make the Laker defense move.
Layup by Shaw. Another assist for Shaq. That's an underrated part of his game. He's a very good passer.
Got much better since his first, second, third year in the league.
He's not yet 30, if you can believe that. Won't be until March. Three by Leonard is off, and Shaw pulls it down.
We haven't seen a shot in the paint in ages for the Denver Nuggets, nor an offensive rebound.
Ryan Shaw allowed to grab the rebound. The Nuggets have no energy. Zip. Shaw lay it in. Right now it's a clinic for LA, and the Nuggets are being embarrassed at home.
And they're playing like they're embarrassed right now. People are looking at each other saying, what are we doing wrong here?
8:07 to go in the second quarter. 37-15. Lakers.
It was the mountains and the snow and the water below. Are you ready? And you will know it's cold at last when the Coors Light hits your glass. Are you ready for a cold one? Are you ready for a cold Coors Light? Are you ready? Are you ready for a cold Coors Light? Are you ready for a cold one?
Just for feet, we've got the gifts they want, gifts they'll use, and shopping here is a ball. Right now, save big at Just for Feet. Buy anything in the store and get a second item for 50% off. Mix and match thousands of styles of footwear and apparel. And men's and women's Wilson warm-ups are now just $19.99.
Pepsi Center Trading Company is the first place to look for the officially licensed merchandise of your Denver Nuggets. Celebrate 25 years of Nuggets NBA action with your favorite player's jersey. And there's other great new merchandise in stock right now. Jerseys, sweatshirts, t-shirts, ball caps, and more. It's all at Pepsi Center Trading Company. Get back in the game. Visit Pepsi Center Trading Company, weekdays 10 to 5 and Saturdays 10 to 3.
Welcome back to Pepsi Center. The Nuggets are losing 37-15 to the Lakers. James Posey is back on the bench. He has a strained MCL in his right knee. Later on after the game, we'll have more on James' injury. Also on the regional sports report, we will have the Avs. Can they survive the island? And Patrick will make his decision on the Olympics. Also, T-1 day for the Broncos. Also, the CU bus. We'll talk about their seniors in tonight's Fox Focus as they brace to play Nebraska. Drew?
All right, Sandy, I can't believe James Posey. He's missed one game in his young career. He's in his third year. And I thought he had to be done for at least tonight. And he's going to try to give it a go.
Well, I think he has to have refused to sit. In a game, after he hurt himself, a strained MCL, the first place to try it out is not back in a ball game.
Wow, look at that. The Nuggets 1 of 18 from the field since Posey's injury.
I mean, I'm not sure this is the testing ground to try a strained MCL. I think he must have refused to sit and stay in the locker room. That's the only thing I can figure. This guy's a valuable asset to this franchise.
He's huge. And when we were in commercial, that's when he went off the floor, and he did not put any weight on it. He was carried off the floor.
I mean, it's scary coming back in. He doesn't know how it's going to feel when he gets back out there.
Ball strip. Shaw, here comes Nick. Maybe the Nuggets can get some energy here. They need to close the gap considerably to have a chance tonight in the final 7:30, and Shaw picks up another foul. This one on Nick.
Two up.
Nuggets try to get something going in the half court.
Right now, more than 18,000 couldn't be any quieter. Avery Johnson.
The Lakers seem to know the Nugget plays better than the Nuggets do right now.
That's not good. Certainly not from Dan's perspective. 37-18. The Lakers plus 19 on the scoreboard. George McLeod leaning on Shaq like he's a fence. Open man, Richmond. One Hall of Famer to another.
Open man Richmond is not what you want to hear.
No.
We talked about the possibility to Shaq earlier before the ball game about Ryan Bowen or George McLeod possibly having a switch on him, and Shaq said they've got a nightmare on their hands if that happens.
McLeod 15 feet away on the baseline, and George has his second bucket for 4. 39-20 inside 6.5 to go in the second quarter. The Nuggets have won 2 in a row. The Lakers have a 2-game win streak as well. Look out, and Shaq will go to the line. If it's on Rafe, it's number 3.
I believe it's on George McLeod. George trying to hold Shaq up. Look at this, down at the post. I mean, you talk about a mismatch. They should put a picture of that in the dictionary.
Well, we asked Shaq about, Kobe comes back in, if George McLeod had to cover him tonight, because George has played some power forward. You asked him if he sees George or Ryan, what are you going to think? And he paused for probably about 20 seconds. And he came up and he said, you know what? I'm going to be a 2-hour bad headache today.
You know, he likes to come up with lines. He sat there and thought for a moment. He did. He probably wanted to say break him in half, but
he said this has been messed with Shaq week, because Shaq and Phil Jackson have gotten into it a little bit. And then Shaq, along with Nick and Kobe, were fined for having their shorts too long.
That's what Shaq
by the NBA.
That was in gentler terms.
Yeah, we're cleaning it up. Here's a 3 from McLeod. He knocks it down.
I really think the Nuggets seem to be doing a little bit of this right now. They need to just freewheel. I think they just need to play. Forget about the offense. Push the basketball. People keep moving.
And you know, there's a little more bounce in their step now defensively. And Ori is bumped.
Falling on the pass.
And it is on LaFrance, and it is number 3. 40-23 LA.
All right, getting some bread. Give Daddy the bacon. Show me the cheese. $2.50 usage fee? But that's my cheese. That ain't right.
The ride, don't need a reason why. Everything's alright.
Easy boy.
Students, have you heard about the Read It program? Read It is the literacy program sponsored by Safeway and Fox Sports Net. Read It encourages elementary school students to read for at least 20 minutes, 20 days a month. Simply fill out the Read It calendar available in Safeway stores and mail it in to Fox Sports Net. One lucky school winner per month will have Avalanche defenseman Adam Foote or Nuggets head coach Dan Issel visit an area classroom for story time. Fox Sports Net and Safeway say,
Read it!
Nuggets down by 17 early in this ball game. Hey, folks, come to a Denver Nugget basketball game. The next Denver Nuggets family night is Friday, November 30th against the Los Angeles Clippers. All family night packages include 4 tickets, 4 Pepsis, 4 Old Chicago pizzas, and 2 Winter Park Kids Lift tickets, all for just $49. Tickets on sale now at the Pepsi Center box office, all Ticketmaster locations, or online at Ticketmaster.com, or by calling 1-800-4NBA-TIX.
In these days of rising costs at the arenas and stadiums, that is a terrific deal. They filled up Pepsi Center tonight, but a lot of long faces right now. Devin George fires, no go, and Shawnell Scott, who steps in for Rafe LaFrance, hands off to Avery Johnson. He beats George up the floor, and George gets the block. There's the crowd.
Avery normally lays that up pretty easily. A reach on Shaq. Apparently he got a lot of basketball, no call.
Crispin, Joe Crispin fires, no good, and they're going to get a loose ball foul on Shawnell Scott. And Dan Issel is apoplectic right now.
Well, they've let a lot of that go to this point in the ball game. People coming over the back. We saw Shaquille O'Neal do it to Rafe LaFrance. Doesn't even look like he really makes much contact. Goes straight up for the basketball. Kobe certainly made it look like he got clobbered.
Nuggets are over the limit, so Kobe gets free throws. His first free throw is true. While we have a moment, let's check out tonight's Conoco trivia question. Phil Jackson enjoying himself. And who is Phil's head coach at the University of North Dakota? For him, he coached 2 NBA Finals teams in the 80s.
See what kind of shot the Nuggets get here in half court. Looks like they're going to go to Nick Van Exel. Nick going to try and make something happen on his own. 5 on the shot clock. He puts it up to 3.
On the third hop, Sean L. Scott will get the tap in.
Well, Nick almost got the shooter's roll, but we may see more Nick Van Exel trying to go to work here in the last 5 minutes. They need a spark at that end of the floor.
George McLeod's their leading scorer with 7. And Scott had his mitts on it and lost it.
Look at how small the ball looks in Shaq's hand. Hand that is.
Shaq has 7 in the game. Last year in the playoffs, for the second straight year in the finals, he was the MVP. He averaged 30 and 15 in their playoff run. They went 15 and 1 last year in the postseason. 4 to shoot it. Nick past Kobe, and finally the call on Bryant.
Kobe gave him a little hip as Nick tried to get by. Doesn't get away with it. Definitely knocked Nick off course for a split second. You'll see it here. Nick goes by Kobe, right, boom, there. Kind of knocks him to his left.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
And no shot on the play, so the Nuggets take it out of bounds.
Avery against Joe Crispin, a rookie from Penn State. Shot clock down to 5, and O'Neal breaks it up. Nick gets it back, and he hits. Van Exel with a half dozen.
Well, this will be fun to watch the last 3 or 4 minutes because Kobe's going to take a lot of pride in his defense against Nick. Nick going to try and make some nice, tough shots on Kobe.
Kobe is using the 6'7" and the 6-inch height advantage over the 6'1" Van Exel.
Yeah, the extension, the leaping ability, call it whatever you want, but much bigger than Nick.
Johnson, good feed. Sean L. Scott with the layup. Boy, you can't get a pass any better than that.
Yeah, was a little too excited when he caught that. I think he needed to take his time to gather himself. Tried to get it up there quickly.
Bowen doubles Kobe. Open man, Crispin.
See what happens. Crispin not a super quick player, but with a player running at him, goes right by Bowen easily.
Nick sees Crispin, he says, you ain't covering me.
You're going to be crispy in a minute.
Exactly. Very nice. 2:48 to go. The Nuggets are down 16. Or if they could somehow get it to 10, that would seem like some sort of moral victory the way this thing's been going. Shaq fouled on the floor. Ryan Bowen gets it. Another timeout coming. 2:35 left. Nick Van Exel to the hole. Denver down 16.
I gotta get a really cute outfit. Maybe a nice little tank top. Maybe a nice tube top. $2.50 usage fee. That is so wrong. But that's my tube top. Can we call somebody?
It's not where you come from. It's where you're going. It's not what you drive. It's what drives you. It's not what's on you. It's what's in you. Gatorade. Is it in you?
We know who the heroes are. They're the ones who in a time of need say, come with me, it will be all right. A fireman, a policeman, a soldier. They are our fathers, mothers, brothers and sisters. We know who the real heroes are.
It's been a struggle tonight for the Nuggets. They're down 16, 2:35 to go in the second quarter. 25-year anniversary of the Nuggets, and flashback. Rafe LaFrentz on his favorite memory in his young NBA career.
Probably the first time I played against Shaq, my rookie season. That was really, some of my first NBA experiences. Something I dreamed of for my entire life, and to be able to realize those was pretty exciting.
And Rafe has played well against Shaq in the past. But right now he has more fouls than points. 3-2. Shaq at the line, now 1 of 4. He's hitting 57% this year from the line, which is a 6% improvement over a year ago. You just absolutely have to box out, Todd. We talked about it. You always have to. But when you have a guy up there who's more likely to miss it and miss badly, you've got to box out everywhere in the lane.
You've got to put a body on somebody. You can't just step into the lane. You've got to put a body on somebody and move them backwards.
And another opportunity is Shaquille Scott tags Devin George.
You make a great point, Drew. It's just fundamental basketball. The third player on the line for the Nuggets needs to step in front of the shooter. The other two step in front of their man and back him out. Make sure you make contact. Right now, Ryan Bowen would be the man blocking out Devin George.
Devin George makes like Shaq. Have you tried the ultimate pepperoni lovers pizza from Pizza Hut? Listen up, Todd. Here. Call or stop by today and pick up an ultimate pepperoni lovers pizza for only $8.99. Unbeatable pizzas at unbelievable prices only at Pizza Hut. You better get there quickly because Hastings has the night off.
He's going to eat them all up.
He's been known to. Avery Johnson, 17 feet away.
Well, one of the best executed half-court plays we've seen in the first half tonight for the Nuggets, but only because Avery hits the jump shot. He had a good look.
Fox, Bryant, Hunter, and O'Neal. Flips it in. Good pass from Shaq. The big man has 5 assists tonight.
Kobe turns the corner, and Nick is trailing him. He's got no chance trailing him with Kobe going to the basket.
Avery walks into a jumper. John slash, and he just lost it. Thought Scott blocked it initially, but evidently George just lost it out of bounds to Denver.
Take a look how easy this last pass to Kobe was. Now freeze it right here. You see Nick trailing him. If Scott Williams, or I'm sorry, that's Shaquille Scott, doesn't step back, Kobe right to the basket, and you see the pass. Easy as anything. That's as basic a basketball play you can do at the offensive end.
For Shaquille tonight, 4 years out of St. John's. 45 seconds left in the first half, 48-33. The Nuggets on the wrong end.
He's just trying to hold position. Shaq, both of them fighting to get across the lane. I really don't know how you choose a defensive or offensive player here to call a foul on. Let's take a look. Maybe I missed something. You can see the arm. What happens is Shaquille's arm wraps around Shaquille Scott, and it looks like they've got their arms locked up from the referee's vantage point, and that's why he blows the whistle, I believe. Well, if you can't do that against Shaq, you got big problems. You got big problems anyway.
That was a quick whistle. Phil Jackson watching Shaq, who likes to take a step forward as he releases the ball, and he gets the roll there. And Mark Cuban, the owner of Dallas, who's normally a very quiet figure around the NBA, called Stu Jackson in the league office and said, hey, that's a violation. So Stu Jackson told Phil Jackson about it. They're watching Shaquille O'Neal very carefully, that he does not take a step forward before the ball hits the iron. Another Jackson's United. Nick Van Exel. 49-35, Denver within 14 if they get a stop here in the final 6 seconds. They'll run 2 at Kobe. George fires, that's an air ball. The first half will end. And you know what? The way things went in that first half, particularly that first quarter, the reason Dan Issel's applauding is his team is still within striking distance. 49-35, the Nuggets trail by 14. When we come back, Corey Hershiser will be in the studio with scores and highlights. But first, we go to the Fox Network Center for a look at what's ahead on the National Sports Report coming up tonight at 10:30.
This National Sports Report Sports Break is brought to you by Home Depot.
Hi, I'm Steve Lyons of the National here with this sports break. Huge night in the NBA. Our insider Stephen A. Smith and analyst Marcus Johnson will break down the latest in pro hoops. Plus the marquee matchup on the floor, the T-Wolves against the Orlando Magic. And the Winston Cup season comes to a close on Friday. We'll uncover the drivers' concerns about racing in New Hampshire in November. It's all coming up tonight at 10:30 on the National.
At the Home Depot, we're driving down the cost of home improvement with a new program to make low prices even lower. With special buys and new lower prices all over the store and at HomeDepot.com. Just look for the hammer symbol. It means we've got lower prices nailed. Gatorade Fierce, so bold. It's fierce.
Just for feet, we've got the gifts they want, gifts they'll use, and shopping here is a ball. The savings are huge at Just for Feet. Right now, buy anything in the store and get a second item for 50% off. Mix and match thousands of styles of footwear and apparel. And your favorite team jackets are now just $49.99.
It's a special holiday edition of College Football Saturday. Enemies duel in the desert as Arizona invades Tempe to battle Arizona State. Oklahoma State faces a Sooner squad marching towards a repeat title run. College Football Saturday on Fox Sports Net, presented by Kyocera.
ACC basketball arrives. A dominant new form. A superior game. ACC Sunday Night Hoops premieres December 2nd on Fox Sports Net. Basketball evolved to its highest state.
You're watching Fox Sports Net. You're watching the Nuggets Halftime Report.
And hi, everybody. Gordy Hershiser inside our Denver studios here. Fox Sports Net at halftime. The Lakers leading the Denver Nuggets 49-35. Kobe Bryant leading the way with 15 points. Nick Van Exel leading the Nugs with a dozen. Now, before the game, our Sandy Williams caught up with Calbert Cheney, who's activated and back in uniform.
Joined by Calbert Cheney, just activated off the injured reserve. What a tall order. Hey, Cal, you're activated against the Lakers.
Yeah, they definitely the back-to-back world champions, so it's gonna be tough. But I think we have a pretty good team, and I think we're gonna do pretty good.
You've had a chance to sit back and watch the new look Nuggets with Avery and without Dice. What have you seen so far?
I think we got a lot of bright spots. I mean, our defense is getting a lot better, a whole lot better from last year. Offense is always going to be good. We got a lot of guns on the team, and But mainly, if we keep the defense up and everything, and play 48 minutes, we don't have the Shaquille O'Neal or that type of player, to regulate in the middle. So we got to play defense for 48 minutes. If we can do that, we'll be in good shape.
And yes, they're going to have to. Lakers shot 45% in the first half. Chaney did not play for Dan Issel. When we come back on the Nuggets halftime report, we're going to talk a little bit about, James Posey. It was an ugly first quarter for him. The Nuggets' leading rebounder went down with an injury of his right knee, had x-rays taken. Hopefully we'll have an update.
It's not where you come from. It's where you're going. It's not what you drive. It's what drives you. It's not what's on you. It's what's in you. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Lowe's brings home improvement home for the holidays. But don't wait, because all day this Friday only, get a 2 cubic foot Sharp microwave oven for only $79. A 126-piece Dremel Pro toolkit with digital speed control for only $69. Use your Lowe's card. There are 0 payments, 0 finance charges until June 2002. And Lowe's promises low prices every day, guaranteed. So come into Lowe's for great savings all day this Friday.
Well, I'm definitely going to make it out there for the wedding. I was going to stay at my mom's, but I think we're going to stay in a hotel. Who else is coming to the wedding? So what about her name? Is she changing it?
Now you can use your home phone for something else. Because with VoiceStream, you'll always get more for less. The most minutes to use more places, more of the time, all for less money. Get more, pay less, guaranteed.
I don't think we should see each other anymore.
It's the rash, isn't it? Listen, the doctor said it's just temporary.
No. It's your website. I need more content than that.
Our customers expect a lot from a website because at Progressive.com, you can get our price for auto insurance and the rates for up to 3 leading competitors.
We want you to save money, even if it's not with us.
You could save hundreds. Call Progressive today.
Don't worry about when it's time to change your wiper blades. Get Smart Blade, the revolutionary new wiper blade that not only outperforms standard blades, its exclusive wear indicator turns from black to yellow when it needs replacing, which, trust us, will be a while. Smart Blade, it's time for a change. Look for Smart Blade at these stores everywhere.
The last word with Jim Lowe. Welcome to the jungle. The last word. Reinventing sports talk as you know it. Tonight on Fox Sports Net.
And welcome back to the Nuggets halftime report. Gordy Hershiser here at halftime. Lakers leading the Denver Nuggets 49-35. Before we talk more about basketball, let's talk about hockey. Well, how about the Orlando Magic taking on the Timberwolves? And that was Chauncey Billups, the former Buffalo, but it was T-Mac. Tracy McGrady getting it done. 39 points as the Magic, they knock off Minnesota. Final score of 117-106. Other games around in the Western Conference. Cleveland, will they knock off Memphis, the 89-78. Dallas getting past Charlotte. And the other 2 games for you, there's Seattle and San Antonio, New Jersey, and Utah. Now, after the game, we're going to talk about the Avs as they wrap up their East Coast road trip, taking on the Islanders. Martin Skula with a goal. Nip and tuck there at the Island. And we're also going to talk about Patrick Waugh announcing that he will not play for Team Canada at the Olympics. Also after the game on your Rocky Mountain Sports Report, the CU Buffs, the seniors, their final chance at picking corn and stopping Eric Crouch. That is tonight's Fox Focus right here on your Rocky Mountain Sports Report. Back to Pepsi Center. And at halftime, team, they could come back on the LA Lakers if they turn in some energy. 49-35 at the break. Stay with us.
When it comes to taking care of the big or the little things
things in life. At Conoco, you're good to go.
Can you see what's so special about the Grand Synchro? It's the first shaver whose head moves from side to side, so it captures more hair and cuts closer, only it moves so fast you can't see it. But you can hear it. And to keep it feeling like a new shaver every day, here's how to clean it.
Jeep thinks all you want to do is climb mountains. GMC thinks you also want peak performance. Our engineers gave Envoy an inline 6-cylinder engine with more horsepower than their V8. No wonder Motor Trend named Envoy the 2002 Sport Utility of the Year. So, you buying a mountain or an SUV? Lease this 2002 Envoy for as low as $399 a month. Call for residency restrictions and important lease details. See the pros at your participating Colorado GMC dealers.
When you're ready for a cold one, it's gotta be a cold Coors Light. When you're ready for a cold one, it's gotta be a cold Coors Light. When you're ready for a cold one, a Rocky Mountain cold one.
There's cold, and then there's Coors Light. Frost brewed for that Rocky Mountain cold taste.
When you're ready for a cold one, it's gotta be a cold Coors Light.
Don't worry about when it's time to change your wiper blades. Get Smart Blade. It outperforms standard blades, and its exclusive wear indicator tells you when it needs replacing. Smart Blade. It's time for a change.
Bell this morning.
The guy was a psychopath. When that guy gets rolling, nothing stops him. He doesn't stop himself.
NFL This Morning on Fox Sports Net.
I'm funny.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Welcome back to the Nuggets halftime report. After the first half, well, LA, they lead the Nuggets by 49-35. Let's go back to Pepsi Center. Drew Goodman, Todd Lichty joining us. And gentlemen, kind of strange. The first quarter, the Nuggets couldn't have been any flatter. Second quarter, they kind of had some fun and played the game. Bottom line is the Lakers, they were getting a lot of easy hoops.
Yeah, they got a ton of easy hoops, Gordy, particularly in that first quarter. The Nuggets did not have a lot of energy coming out of the gate.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, the Nuggets, these are the kind of hoops the Nuggets need to generate if they're going to beat the Los Angeles. Like, this is like a passing drill right here, or a shooting drill. I should say Rick Fox, a set shot, wide open, offensive rebound. The Lakers had 12 in that first half, got themselves another easy basket. And look at this. You freeze it right there. Chanel Scott is guarding Shaquille O'Neal. He's got to back up and help. Shaquille doesn't want to shoot those free throws when he's wide open, let alone when there's somebody out on the court guarding him. And if Nick doesn't get any help there, he's dead. And he doesn't get any help, and it's an easy hoop for Kobe Bryant.
And here's the shot by quarters, and you can see with the whites are the ones made, and a lot of shots at very good range.
Yeah, they've got 11 shots made, and 4 of those really from the outside. So a lot of easy ones for the Lakers.
Nuggets didn't play well in the first half, but they're within striking distance, down 14.
What happens to most beer right after it's packaged? It gets heated, often up to 140 degrees, but not at Coors. Our beers are filtered cold, packaged cold, and shipped cold. All beers are not alike. That's no boast, just a cold fact.
The BMW X5 from $39,545.
Come on and feel the love for the guys.
Introducing
music. The best damn sports show, period.
Here are the rules. There are no rules.
A three-ring circus of ex-jocks and comedians where anything goes.
Hey, Mike, better load up on the Michael Jordan cologne because the Wizards stink.
It's 90 minutes of comedy, commentary.
Michael Jordan is still the best player in the NBA.
And all the scores and highlights you can possibly stand.
It's not sex, but it's close.
Tonight at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Shoot it, Zach. Shoot it. Break it up, boy. Come on, come on, come on. Cross it, cross it. Shoot.
Kurt Warner's life unfolded like a fairy tale. An unknown seeking a dream in the NFL.
I had no job, I had no money, we were living off of food stamps.
Until his hope became reality and gave him the opportunity of a lifetime.
2 minutes to go in the Super Bowl. Your team is tied.
Kurt Warner, Beyond the Glory, Sunday at 8, followed by a special presentation of Deion Sanders at 9 on Fox Sports Net. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Denver Nuggets basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Coors Light. Are you ready for a cold one? Lowe's Improving Home Improvement Warehouse. Lowe's Improving Home Improvement. And by Polaris, the way out. Shaq in the first half, just 8 points. Kobe Bryant led the way with 15, and this is an amazing story. This guy's like Gumpy. A strained medial collateral ligament in the first 6 minutes of the game. You thought he might be out for weeks. James Posey starting the second half for Denver.
Well, I'm just glad he had the halftime period to try it out and warm up without going out there and trying it at full speed in a game condition. So obviously he's feeling good enough to where he thinks he can go.
Rafe LaFrentz against the big man, and the big man misses the hook. And Ryan Bowen pulls down the weak side board. See if the Nuggets can get back into this game in the opening few minutes of the second half. Down 49-35. Rafe against Samaki Walker. From the jumper, and it goes in. 4 points for LaFrentz.
Well, already a better start in their first possession at the defensive end and the offensive end here for the Nuggets. It couldn't get much worse. They're fortunate to have only been down by 14 at halftime.
After shooting 37% and getting out rebounded by 10, there's a steal ahead of the field, ahead, and he's gone, and he blew the line.
Surprised he didn't turn that over and dunk it.
Especially the way Tarek gets up.
That's why coaches will tell you when you're young, use the backboard, and that's exactly why, right there.
That's a travel. Boy, the Nuggets would have been going up the other end with a chance to get it to 10. Game plan revisited. Giving thanks. The Nuggets have given out a lot of thanks.
Unselfishness. They really haven't played that way. At the defensive end, they haven't given themselves up. They haven't stopped Kobe or Shaq. They've done okay, but it's the Lakers still getting easy shots. And St. Nick Van Exel, that is, doing a pretty good job late in the second half, but just enough to keep these Nuggets in it.
Let's see if the Nuggets can run a play, Todd, at Kobe Bryant, who just picked up his third foul.
Kobe was guarding Nick, if you remember, at the end of that second half. Not on him right now. They've got Lindsey Hunter. I think this is a matchup Nick can take advantage of.
Head takes a tough shot. Not a good shot. And I don't know if Tarek subconsciously was trying to make up for the missed layup, but that's not his game.
And I'll tell you what, when you're not shooting the ball well and your percentage is down, you miss a layup like that, it just compounds things. Instead of being a confidence builder, it really hurts you.
Another walk, and the Lakers are playing into the Nuggets' hands right now. They've kind of come out in a complacent mood, but the Nuggets still trail by 12, and George McLeod is going to come in. And Tarek Abdul-Wahed goes out. He's kind of favoring that knee. That's why Jim Gillen has gone over to him. He didn't practice yesterday. He's going to play with a sore knee the whole season. It might have to be scoped at the end of the season. Rafe Gets the roll.
We say another trip or two like this. Lakers, I was going to say Phil Jackson probably going to call a timeout, and he'd already given the signal.
Well, he sensed a momentum switch. It's a 20-second timeout. The unfortunate thing is, again, not to harp on a missed layup, but the Nuggets had a couple opportunities, maybe could have got it to 6.
Exactly right. This is why the third period, if you're up big or down or the game's tight, this is why it's so important. Right now, the Nuggets getting themselves right back in this ball game early in the third quarter. Nice move by Rafe, almost loses his balance, regains a little bit of control, and fortunate to get that roll. Well, the Denver Nuggets game is a great way to celebrate a birthday, office party, or other special event. Great group rates are available for any group over 20 people. Call 303-405-1212 today to book your special group party with the Denver Nuggets at the Pepsi Center.
Another 20-second timeout. The Lakers with the basketball leading 49-39. Early stages, quarter number 3. Shaq has to give it up. Rafe, if they give it to him, and they would have picked up his 4th, they give it to Posey. Nice gesture by Bernie Fryer.
Just getting word from the Nugget bench that Tarek Abdul-Wahed's left knee is acting up, and he will not return.
That may be the reason he didn't go up and dunk it.
Well, as a right-handed player, your left knee would be the leg that you would take off on. How much that affected that play or not, hard to say, but you still should be able to make a layup. And Tarek would be the first one to tell you that.
Now Eric Phillips working on him, and this has happened again. Shaq misses a free throw, but Rick Fox gets the rebound. Here comes Kobe, and he'll throw it down.
And that just kills it. That's lack of intensity, really inexcusable. Rafe LaFrance has got to put a body on Rick Fox, who's, I wouldn't say a lot lighter, but certainly much shorter, and he's got to keep him out of there. That's just hustle.
Nick thinking through. Kobe Bryant goes top shelf to pull it down. 51-39.
Play like that, instead of going down and trying to cut it to 8, the Lakers push it to 12.
And James Posey, boy, the leg looks all right. He's the fastest healer in the league.
We got good doctors.
And Walker rips down a rebound.
I will say that the Nuggets getting better shots right now than they got in the first half.
Shaq had a block from behind by Ryan. That was a temporary stoppage of the Diesel.
And then Shaq gets it back and assaults the rim.
Nick's posting up. He wants the basketball. Denver can't get it to him. McLeod gets a step forward to shoot it. And one shot out again for Denver. Here's a 3-on-2. Kobe lost it out of bounds. Here's the missed free throw by Shaq, winding up in Fox's hands.
Now Rick Fox just beats Rafe LaFrance off the mark. And Rafe just doesn't get a body on him, and then here's the result. 2 points for the Lakers and Kobe Bryant. As if Kobe needs more confidence.
Posey is a 3. And James with 5 points.
Good sign there, because a lot of times, if your knee is bothering you, hard to push off or feel comfortable actually taking a jump shot. Showed no sign of a bad knee there.
Lindsey Hunter uses the ball screen. And it goes out of bounds to Denver. So a chance to get it to single digits for Denver. 7:41 to go in the third quarter.
This is the kind of game that teams, if they're allowed to hang around like the Nuggets are being allowed to right now, can get back into and make some noise. And if you're Phil Jackson, the Lakers coach, you're thinking to yourself the same thing. He's starting to worry about this ball game because his Lakers have not come out and played well here in the third quarter.
5 to shoot it. They're going to call an offensive foul. Ryan Bowen. And Nick chews on Leon Wood.
Well, Nick trying to lose Lindsey Hunter and saying Lindsey was reaching right there. And, boy, I don't know, that's a pretty good pick.
Well, just kind of leaning in a little bit also.
It wasn't like Lindsey went flailing. Got knocked sideways.
Bryant wants the shot, and George McLeod standing right there is called for the whistle.
That was on Denver's number 21, George McLeod.
Kobe Bryant trying to isolate on the wing against George McLeod, and you see the pump fake, kind of gets George leaning in. Not a lot of contact, but he is Kobe Bryant, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to get a lot of those calls. Again, that could have been a no call, but Kobe certainly was trying to draw contact there.
Last year, Kobe at 28.5 was 4th in the league in scoring.
You know, people started comparing Kobe to the great Michael Jordan 2 or 3 years ago. And of course, he's won 2 championships since. But like Michael Jordan, Nick going to the bathroom, finished quite a bit long there. But like Michael Jordan, Kobe has really improved his perimeter shooting since he arrived in the league, and that's been the difference in his ballgame. Posey with a nice anticipation and steal.
He can finish, bad knee and all. Nice job by James Posey.
But don't you think Bryant's outside shooting really opens up everything else for him, like Jordan?
Absolutely. And another guy who's that swingman type, 6'6", 6'7", Vince Carter. Another guy, Tracy McGrady. They have the perimeter game that allows them to slash. I mean, you have to get up on them, and if you get too close, they go by you.
They're so athletic. Once they get by you, it's hard to catch up.
Shot clock winding down. Lindsey Hunter with a foot on the line, buries the jumper. You know, Lindsey was not very good last night, 1 of 8, and he missed all 6 free throw attempts. This guy's always been a pretty good shooter and a pretty good free throw guy, but last night he was terrible. Tonight he's having a nice game. He's got 9 points as Denver turns it right back to Los Angeles. 57-44 with a break coming. 5:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Lakers have led throughout.
$10.99, please.
Is there a delivery charge in there? Call your local Papa John's, where delivery is free.
The Lakers by 13 midway in the 3rd quarter. Here's what's on tap for the Nuggets. Brought to you by Coors Light. They'll go to Portland on Friday, a Fox Sports Net game, then a Channel 20 game in Los Angeles against these Lakers. 7:30 the start time on Sunday. And then Indiana comes to town with Reggie Miller on November 28th. That's next Wednesday, a game if you don't get here, you can catch on Fox Sports Net as well. Great crowd tonight at Pepsi Center. And this child obviously not being fed properly at home, trying to chew on her fingers. Since Pepsi Center opened, we mentioned this earlier, 8 sellouts, 4 have come against the Lakers, so that's 90 games. There have been 8 sellouts. The Nuggets hope to change that, and wins will change it. Wins against quality opponents like the Lakers will help change it. An offensive foul is called on Samaki Walker. His screen was illegal.
Well, if the Nuggets can put together 3, 4, maybe 5 defensive stops here, try to get 1 or 2 easy baskets in transition, maybe 1 or 2 in the half court. If they can put together any kind of run, they're right back in this ballgame. They just haven't been able to do that to this point yet.
No, they have been able to fatigue the Lakers. Again, a team playing at altitude that played last night because they haven't gotten the running game going. Nick goes one-on-one and beats Lindsey Hunter. Van Exel has 14.
Nobody came to help. Hunter out there by himself against Van Exel. Van Exel makes it look easy. Doesn't get it.
Posey with a size advantage. McLeod, 3-ball. Rolled out.
That shot, if it goes in, cuts it to 8. Hard to believe, but true. I mean, the Nuggets still in this ballgame.
Shaq rolling to the basket. Who will they get? They'll get Posey again. That's 2 on James in an 11-point game. And the Lakers are going to make a change. Slava Medvedenko is going to come in, and Shaq will check out. You look at how big Shaq is as Medvedenko comes in. And Medvedenko looks tiny at 6'10", 255. Rick Fox out of the corner. That's the shot he loves. It's a long 2. 8 points tonight for Fox. Last year he averaged a shade under 10 a game. 11 years now for Rick Fox out of North Carolina. Screen for Nick. Rafe was open. Nick with the hesitation dribble. And there is Kobe Bryant going to the defensive glass.
Great hesitation. Nuggets getting pretty good looks right now, Drew, in their half-court offense. But a lot of it from the perimeter, and Kobe pops it up. There's Nick. And a hard foul by Fox. And you know who made that steal happen? Ryan Bowen. You shouldn't surprise us. Ryan all over the place all the time. I think they need to put a heart monitor in that guy. When his heart hits 200 beats a minute, they got to get him out of the game or something. That guy just keeps going and going and going, and Kobe coughs it up because of Ryan Bowen. Nick, the beneficiary, will go to the line and try to make 2.
As he's done all year, Nick leading the Nuggets tonight in scoring, looking for point number 15. Time for tonight's Lowe's improvement. Lowe's improving home improvement since Pepsi Center opened. Denver's won 3 of the 4 meetings with the Lakers. Prior to that, the Lakers had won 8 of 10 at Big Mac. Still kind of strange to see Invesco Field at Mile High there, and no more Pepsi or no more Nicholas Arena.
Yeah, that building's been around a long time. Denver landmark. At least I thought it was a landmark.
Well, it was, if you're a basketball fan. 59-48. Denver with an 11. Medvedenko shot way off. Posey pulls it down. Denver again a chance to get it to 9. That always seems to be a magic number in the NBA. It goes up, and that's a wild shot. Bit of a force even by Knicks standards.
Right now, Lakers have numbers. Boy, Hunter had a good look. Doesn't knock it down.
Denver looking to run. McLeod steps inside. Nick's got a wide open 3. And he misses it.
In that kind of night, Nick normally with that kind of look is going to knock it down in this situation. Really surprised that Lindsey Hunter would leave Nick Van Exel that wide open. Had to be a mistake.
Fox spins free. McLeod has to foul him, so Fox will go to the line. For George, foul number 3. 59-48, LA.
Outside the arc on the left, Pope picks him up, he drives the baseline, leans in, reverse layup.
Ivan the clock against Garnett. Here's the matchup. No contest.
Pass Bowen, drives in, scoops up there.
Weaving his way through the defender. Drops it off for Campbell for a dunk.
Mercer drives to the baseline on him, Turner shoots and banks it in. Grabbed by Williams. Scott has it knocked away. Loose ball, picks it up and lays it in. Oh, scrappy.
Looks good, Mom.
Polaris. It's not just a sled, it's a priority. Pay $79 per month or see your dealer for nothing down, no payments, and no interest until April 2002.
Come on and feel the love for the guys.
Introducing the best damn sports show, period.
Here are the rules. There are no rules.
A 3-ring circus of ex-jocks and comedians where anything goes.
Hey, Mike, better load up on the Michael Jordan cologne because the Wizards stink.
It's 90 minutes of comedy, commentary.
Michael Jordan is still the best player in the NBA.
And all the scores and highlights you can possibly stand.
It's not sex, but it's close.
Tonight at 11:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Larry Walker, good baseball player. Craig Stadler, a good golfer, taking this one in tonight, 59-48. The Lakers leading. This week, it's a full weekend of good college football action starting on Friday when Arizona and Arizona State renewed their rivalry in the desert. Then on Saturday, it's a doubleheader on college football Saturday presented by Kyocera, beginning with Missouri and Kansas State, battling in a Big 12 showdown, followed by Oklahoma State, trying to upset number 4 Oklahoma. It all begins at One Mountain Friday right here on Fox Sports Net. Oklahoma still trying to stay in that national championship hunt. Kiki Vandeweghe, general manager of the Nuggets, and also a guy who's on the floor all the time coaching, taking this one in. And Rick Fox misses the free throw. Lakers tonight 8 of 18 from the line.
Yeah, you mentioned Lindsey Hunter last night going 0 for 6 down the stretch against the Clippers. Let the Clippers back in it. As a team, I think late in that ball game they were 8 of 16. Of course, Lindsey missing most of those.
Rick Fox coming in 7 of 7 from the line this year. And he butchers 2 right there. Rafe had good position, and then he lost it. Williams gives it up to McLeod. Now Nick for 3. Boy, the Nuggets need that. Nick Van Exel makes it an 8-point game.
Not only does Nick Van Exel never lose confidence, but when you watch him play enough, you never lose confidence in him as well. And you got to figure he's going to get going at some point. See the field goals this quarter. Both teams not shooting it real well.
That's an offensive foul, and that is number 4 on Bryant. Bernie Fryer tagged him.
Let's take a look at this one above the rim, and you'll have a good look at this one. Kobe leaning in. Scott Williams stepping up to meet Kobe, and Kobe definitely initiating the contact. Williams with his arms straight up.
So Bryant goes out, and the 14-year man from Kansas State, Mitch Richmond, steps onto the floor. 59-51, chance to get it to 6 for Denver.
And Denver looking for Nick to keep it going.
Nick looking for Nick to keep it going. Rafe and Medvedenko, loose ball foul, and it's on Medvedenko.
Yeah, you could see when Rafe went up for that rebound, he couldn't necessarily see the push, but his body went in a direction involuntarily, and it wasn't up. You see the shot by Nick Van Exel, and right behind Medvedenko, you see Rafe looked like Medvedenko's left arm got a piece of him.
Here comes Nick, and it's tapped out by Rafe. He's still got a chance.
Yeah, hit underneath the basket apparatus. Bad break for the Nuggets.
It is. Now, if it hits the flange underneath, it's okay. If it hits underneath the support, then it's out of bounds.
Is that what that's called, the flange?
That's what Irv Brown always told me it was called.
Okay. I don't know. Never heard that. But anyway, it did hit
basketball support.
Back to the game, it did hit under the support.
Here's another offensive foul. Illegal screen on Robert Horry.
Sounds like a dessert. Flange.
Yeah, well, that's good stuff too.
And you see the foul call on Robert Horry, grabbing Posey as he sort of rolls to the basket.
9 turnovers, Todd, on the Lakers in the quarter. That's why the Nuggets are back in touch. They need a hoop. Posey, hard drive, and the foul. And now Denver has picked up the energy, and guess what? Instead of jumpers, they're taking it to the hole.
You're exactly right. They're sensing that they're getting back into this ball game. It's now the Lakers that are looking around a little bit frustrated. Nuggets haven't played that well to get back into this, but those 9 Laker turnovers, you see the arm down low. Posey making it look harder than it was, doing a nice job getting to the line. But aggressiveness to the basket created that opportunity.
And the little general getting ready to come back, Avery Johnson. Points for Posey. Denver within 6. Here's a steal by McLeod. Lazy pass. Posey's open. George, 3-ball. And the rebound to Horry. This place would have erupted if that went down.
6-point ball game. The Lakers have scored 10 points in this quarter. Nuggets hoping it stays there.
Lakers all of a sudden out of sorts, and Palmer gets James Posey.
But you mentioned the difference in body language, right now. You see it right there. Sure, it's a foul on Posey. In the first half, they weren't even trying to make that play happen. Posey out harassing Mitch Richmond on the perimeter. You saw nothing like that in the first half.
No, you're right. Richmond at the line. He has always been a very good free throw shooter. Have you tried the Ultimate Pepperoni Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut? Call or stop by today and pick up an Ultimate Pepperoni Lovers Pizza. Only $8.99. Unbeatable pizzas at unbelievable prices. Only at Pizza Hut. Richmond with 6.
Minute to go. Nuggets down by 8. Let's see where this quarter finishes. A pretty critical 50 seconds here for the Denver Nuggets.
Well, we got to keep it in single digits. Great cut. Williams will lay it up in there. Van Exel, a little bow on it. If you're open, 31 will find you.
And that's what Chanel Scott did not do in the first half. He had a similar pass. He flipped it up quickly, missed the shot. Nick almost comes up with another steal for the Denver Nuggets. But on that particular play, Scott Williams catches it, gathers himself. There's smaller players around him, makes sure he gets it through the hoop.
You watch some NBA games. Is there any point guard in the league playing better than Van Exel?
Certainly not at the offensive end.
And his defense was very good. Oh, man, that one hurts. Robert Horry sticks a 3. And the lead jumps to 9.
About a 7-second differential shot clock and game clock here, so the Lakers will get it back unless they knock it out of bounds or there's a violation.
No go. And Medvedenko rips down the rebound.
Nuggets need to stop here.
Hunter finds Medvedenko way too easy. 1.9 left. It's an 11-point lead. Well, the Nuggets were so good up until about the last minute. And the Lakers able to get some things done late. They'll carry an 11-point advantage to the fourth quarter. 66-55, Los Angeles.
It was named Most Beautiful Car in the World by the Italian press. And Best Value in its class by Strategic Vision. And after outselling the Mercedes C-Class all summer, it's ready to take on winter. The Volvo S60, available now with electronically controlled all-wheel drive. It adheres to everything but convention.
$20,000 for a new car? Ouch. Hey, if your car runs good, looks bad, paint it. That's right, paint it and save at Maaco. Why? The Maaco Supreme Plus sale is on. Supreme Plus at half price. Now only $249. Get our prep package with a full coat of primer sealer, our famous Supreme paint service. Come on in now and get our integrated UV sunscreen for extra protection. All half price. For a limited time only, $249.
It's a limited time offer. For the center nearest you, call 1-888-MAACOS-USA.
Hurry into Foot Locker now for our buy one, get one half off sale. Buy anything you want, even stuff already on sale. Then pick out a second item for half off. How easy is that? We're talking huge discounts on every Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, and Kids Foot Locker, and in all the top brands. I mean, talk about something to give thanks for. Just remember, it's only for this weekend. That means sale ends soon, people. Hurry into the buy one, get one half off sale today at Foot Locker. Come and get it.
Don't worry about when it's time to change your wiper blades. Get Smart Blade, the revolutionary new wiper blade that not only outperforms standard blades, its exclusive wear indicator turns from black to yellow when it needs replacing, which, trust us, will be a while. Smart Blade, it's time for a change. Look for Smart Blade at these stores everywhere.
Denver Nuggets basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you? By your Colorado GMC dealers. And by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi. Nuggets still in contact with the Lakers. Dan Issel's team begins the fourth quarter down 66-55 with the basketball. Scott Williams, Shawnell Scott, Avery Johnson, Nick Van Exel, George McLeod to begin. Shaq still on the bench for the Lakers. And Nick has his pocket picked by Bryant. He's got Devin George, and George goes upstairs.
Yeah, Bryant had the only Denver Nugget back in defense on him and just looked for some help. Two Lakers fill in the lane. You can take his pick.
Shot clock at 6. Nick against Bryant, his one-time teammate. And hesitates. Made a pretty good move. Couldn't finish. Here comes Bryant the other way. He's got Richmond on a wing. Richmond and George, Ori, and Samaki Walker. Long three. And it's tapped outside, but there's Scott Williams. The Nuggets won that third quarter 20-17, but they had an opportunity to win it by a much larger margin than that. And had they been able to do that, we wouldn't be talking about a 13-point deficit right now.
Well, you remember me saying with about 75 seconds to go in that quarter, the Lakers had only scored 10. The last 75 seconds, they scored 7.
Scott Williams off, and the Nuggets have missed their first couple of looks of the fourth quarter. 10:40 to go. And if you're going to make a move, you want to make it against this lineup without Shaq stationed in the middle. And Kobe went up. And I guess Nick Van Exel fouled him down low. Nick nodding and saying it was a good call.
I think Bernie saying that Nick grabbed Kobe's jersey. Nick didn't argue.
Nuggets down to 34%. The worst they've ever shot at home came last week against Orlando. They shot beneath 33%. Richmond still with that great body. Strong at 6'5" and 220 plus pounds.
Lakers haven't had Shaquille O'Neal on the court in an awful long time, and right now able to withstand that Denver Nugget run that happened late in the third quarter.
And if the Nuggets don't make a run, you may have seen the last of Shaq tonight. Shawnell Scott, 6 points for Shawnell.
Kobe Bryant comes off the pick up top, and Scott Williams is forced to help out. Kobe just takes it right into him. Smart play.
Ryan Bowen comes back in.
Replacing Scott Williams.
Nick Van Exel forced to guard Kobe Bryant the post.
Mitch Richmond cashes the three. You look at this team, you say first and foremost Shaq, and then you say Kobe. But let's not forget, this is a good three-point shooting team with Richmond and Ori coming off the bench. Lindsey Hunter, a new addition. He can shoot the three. Avery screamed. He wanted the foul call. Didn't get it. Bryant feet. Samaki Walker fouled by Avery Johnson. Well, whatever momentum the Nuggets had late in the third has disappeared.
That was number 6, Avery Johnson. Personal foul number 2, team foul.
Our Conoco trivia question of the night. Phil Jackson's head coach at the University of North Dakota. Another famous gentleman in the answer. Bill Fitch, who led Boston in the 81 finals. Or excuse me, 81 finals in the title, and then Houston in 86.
You mentioned Lindsey Hunter and Mitch Richmond, two additional pieces being added this year for the Los Angeles Lakers. And really, when you got Kobe and Shaq, all you need is guys that can hit the outside shot. Both those guys, Richmond around 39% career. Richmond could hit that three wide open until he's 50. He's not as athletic as he used to be, but he can still hit that shot.
You're right. Mitch in the final year of his big money deal in Washington. He says he'd probably like to play another year or two. Avery Johnson has 7 points in the game. 73-59. Nick up on Bryant. Now Nick really bodying Kobe. Now he's going to shove him a little bit.
Well, Kobe wouldn't let go of his arm. Nick was banging him a bit, but Kobe locked his arm and wouldn't let go.
14-point game as we head to a timeout. Bryant trying to get physical with Van Exel.
The Denver Nuggets and Winter Park Resorts are teaming up to offer Colorado's best family sports package. Denver Nuggets family nights are on sale now for just $49. 4 Nuggets tickets, 4 Old Chicago pizzas, 4 Pepsis, and 2 Kids Lift tickets to Winter Park Resorts, just $49. Check for family night schedules online at Nuggets.com or in every Monday's Denver Post. Family night packages are available now at the Pepsi Center box office, all Ticketmaster locations, online at Ticketmaster.com or charged by phone at 1-800-4-NBA-TICKS.
Shoot it, Zach. Shoot it. Break it up, boy. Come on, come on, come on. Cross it, cross it. Shoot.
It's a special holiday edition of College Football Saturday. Enemies duel in the desert as Arizona invades Tempe to battle Arizona State. Oklahoma State faces a Sooner squad marching towards a repeat title run. College Football Saturday on Fox Sports Net, presented by Kyocera. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
There's Grandpa Joe on the right. There's Little Joe right there. 8:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Longtime Nugget fans. It's the new show everyone's been talking about, the best damn sports show, period. It's the new nightly show that features a comedian who's a diehard sports fan and a bunch of ex-jocks who really know the game. Critics are calling it a collision of sports and comedy, and just what we've been waiting for. Introducing the best damn sports show, period, tonight, 11:30 only on Fox Sports Net. Last night they had Kyle Turley on. I thought he was going to get into it with DeMarco Farr. If those two guys got into it, you'd want to clear out. Shot clock at 4. Richmond bumped by Van Exel. Nick was actually trying to get out of the way. I think she made a pretty good move. And another foul on Nick, and that's his third. Nick's got 19. Bryant has 19. The assist total about the same. Nick's had to take 8 more shots, however, for his points.
Kobe's points have come much more easily. And as a result, Kobe's been more efficient.
But in fairness to Nick, when you look at the Nuggets lineup, from a defensive standpoint, the Lakers know who's going to take the shot, know who they need to stop. The Lakers are far more balanced.
Well, that was exactly Nick's had to look a lot harder for his shots tonight than has Kobe Bryant.
A nice night for Mitch Richmond. He's got an extended playing time. He has 13 points. Shaq back out there, and the crowd wanted Bowen to shoot the 3.
6 on the shot clock.
And Rafe has it blocked by Ori. Rafe has been held to 6 points. He has a string of 6 in a row at double figures. In fact, his last game out, a season high 25. Here's Bryant all alone. And O'Neal got the rebound away and then handed it right to James Posey. Nick past Devin George, got him in the air. And Nick's going to stare down the official. He thought he got fouled.
Looked like he got a hit a little bit on the way up. Obviously, he was trying to draw contact. Official's not buying it.
Oh, shit!
Good block, Ryan Bowen on Richmond. Here's Van Exel at Ori's got to beat George. Layup good.
Nick always been good at using his body. Uses it there at half court to protect the dribble, and then uses the body and the rim to get on the other side. I just about lose my voice.
Tell you, Todd, you described that very well. He did a great job going to the other side of the rim. Devin George has his second field goal. 77-61. If it's going to happen for Denver, it better happen right now. They're running out of time, down 16. Posey was thinking about laying it up before he caught the basketball.
And normally in a situation like this, and in particular for the Denver Nuggets, if it is going to happen, it usually is going to come from long range. Nuggets really struggling to get anything close to the basket right now.
I think most teams, and the Nuggets have demonstrated that they've played a good schedule so far. The Nuggets will be able to hang in with, even without McDyess, as Bryant hits another three. But this is one of those teams, because of the presence of Shaq. I think San Antonio is another one of those teams that the Nuggets are going to struggle against because they really are small.
Yeah, and the Lakers know how to get you in the half court, and that's where they really excel. That's where they grind your own offense to a halt. They're not in any hurry to get them down the court. And this is how they control the tempo of a ball game. They don't have to get in transition to score.
Methodically, they've opened up a 19-point lead. Shaq has another rebound. And which way will it go? It's going to be an offensive foul. Timeout, 5:48 left. It's all Lakers.
$20,000 for a new car? Ouch. Hey, if your car runs good, looks bad, paint it. That's right, paint it and save at Maaco. Why? The Maaco Supreme Plus sale is on. Supreme Plus at half price. Now only $249. Get our prep package with a full coat of primer sealer, our famous Supreme paint service. Come on in now and get our integrated UV sunscreen for extra protection. All half price. For a limited time only, $249.
It's a limited time offer. For the center nearest you, call 1-888-MACOS-USA.
From $39,545.
The Nuggets on the wrong end, down 19. Let's take a look at what's coming up after the game on the Rocky Mountain Sports Report. To do that, we check in with Gordy Hershiser. Gordy?
All right, thank you very much. Goody, coming up right after the game on the Rocky Mountain Sports Report, talking about Patrick Waugh, his surprise announcement. Patrick likes Denver better than Salt Lake City. We'll explain and we'll hear from Sir Patrick. Also, the Fox Focus, the CU seniors, their final chance at trying to pick some corn or basically beat Nebraska. And the Lakers, Nuggets, live postgame involving you two guys. And I just have a question. I just wonder if the Nuggets would have come out with some energy and if they would have taken it to the basket from the go, where would they be?
I can't answer that, Gordy, but something tells me they'd still have a deficit right now. They just do not match up well. 80-61 is the count as we look at our Gatorade game summary, and the Lakers have led from start to almost finish. Posey injured his knee in the first quarter. We thought it would be serious. He's back playing and playing well in the second half. Nick Van Exel has 21. The four other starters just 17. And Bryant and O'Neal haven't had to do a lot of damage. In fact, Shaq has had a good portion of the evening off.
Yeah, they played last night, we mentioned, against the Clippers, and you want to come out and make them play hard, make them work tonight, and they just haven't had to. They've been, it looks to me like they've been going through the motions. Motions have been good enough.
Shaq in the middle, like the big kid on the block, taking the basketball away from everybody else. I thought he was going to dribble it up the floor again like he did last night.
I thought he was going to put up a 1, 2, or 3 and call a play.
Richmond way short on the 20-footer. The only amazing thing is, I don't know how well this bodes for the rest of the league. Watching the Lakers tonight as Avery jumper, I don't think they've played exceptionally well.
No, they haven't. They have not played well at all tonight. Offensively, especially in the second half. Actually, after the first quarter, they really haven't played that well, but the Nuggets have played worse.
Kobe mid-post, 3 to shoot it. I don't know if they realized that. He didn't get it out of his hand. Shot clock violation. Well, last night, Shaquille O'Neal was tired of playing center. He decided to play a little point guard against the Clippers. Listen.
Turning,
Left-hand hook, no good. Tough luck. Rebounded to Shaq. Dribble drive, Shaq. Where you going, Shaq? Where you going, Shaq? Oh! I don't believe what I just saw.
That reminds me of. You ever see the clip of Muhammad Ali and his posse? He looks at his friend and says, "Rumble, young man, rumble."
Yeah, but there's a shot of Stu Lance. Chick's not in the house tonight. Or he is in the house. We missed him.
Chick has not left the building.
Well, I guess he was leaning back on that. I didn't see Chick earlier, and I know he never missed a Laker game. But that was the incomparable Chick Hearn as Kobe kisses it off the glass.
And Nuggets had the Lakers held to 59 points. We talked about this already late in the third quarter, about a minute to go. So in approximately, I'll do the math here, 9 minutes, the Lakers have scored 33 points. And the Nuggets' offensive woes continue.
The Nuggets have scored 6 points in the quarter. Robert Horry. And it officially is a blowout, 85-61. And he leaves it a little bit short. The Nuggets for the game shooting 32%. That won't beat a lot of teams. 3:11 left, 85-61. A lot of folks heading for their automobiles.
Hurry into Foot Locker now for our buy one, get one half off sale. Buy anything you want, even stuff already on sale. Then pick out a second item for half off. How easy is that? We're talking huge discounts on every Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, and Kids Foot Locker, and in all the top brands. I mean, talk about something to give thanks for. Just remember, it's only for this weekend. That means sale ends soon, people. Hurry into the buy one, get one half off sale today at Foot Locker. Come and get it.
Oh, great. That'll be $10.99, sir.
But the coupon said $8.99.
Right you are. $10.99.
Is it $8.99?
Some pizzas seem like a bargain until you find out about their hidden delivery charges. But at your neighborhood Papa John's, our pizza stays the same price from our door to yours, topped with all the fresh ingredients you love.
This is a coupon, and it says $8.99.
What do you know? $10.99, please.
Is there a delivery charge in there?
Call your local Papa John's, where delivery is free.
I play center for the Bulls. I'm the small forward for the Sparks. I play power forward for the Sixers. Six man. My dad's the head coach for the Fever. Small forward. I'm the three-point specialist for the Celtics.
The Denver Nuggets YMCA Basketball League is proud to support the Junior NBA and Junior WNBA. For information, visit nuggets.com or call 303-405-1107.
I'm the point guard for the Mystics. I'm a shooting guard for the Nuggets. Well, I am as soon as I finish my homework.
85-61, 3:11 left in the fourth. We go above the rim, brought to you by GMC Trucks. Most of the damage above the rim tonight has been by the Lakers. The Tark Abdul-Wahid early in the game got above the rim. And Kobe plays much of his game above the rim. There's Devin George putting a hurt on the iron. Our GMC Truck above the rim. 85-61 the count. We are in garbage time. Shaq is now on the bench, and on the floor is Jelani McCoy. He hasn't played the last 4 games.
His first action in the United uniform this year.
And the shot is off. That's a shot clock violation. You know, Shaquille O'Neal tonight, just 10 points. And for Shaq, came in averaging 29 points a game. It's going to be the low water mark of the year. All-time leaders per game, Shaq third. Michael Jordan, by the way, is up among the scoring leaders in the league again. Calvert Chaney, 5 to go. And Calvert's next shot gets to the rim, but misses. Calvert's not only got to get in playing shape, but for Calvert, he really hasn't played in a year and a half.
And they're going to him a lot right now. They know he can score. He scored for Washington in his better years there.
Sean Leonard misses, and the errant pass can go out of bounds. And I think it went off the Lakers. It did. Let's check in with Sandy Williams. Sandy,
I am actually sitting behind the bench because I was going to go over to Tommy. All right, the first bobblehead doll of the Conoco Denver Nuggets Legendary Series is Antonio McDyess. The first 5,000 fans through the door at Pepsi Center next Wednesday night will receive this limited edition collectible. That's next Wednesday night, the 28th. The Nuggets take on Indiana. Tickets are on sale now at Pepsi Center box office or Ticketmaster locations online at Ticketmaster.com or by calling 303-830-TIXS.
Hey, Sandy, keep holding on to that because we want to see that. We want to see that bobblehead doll. That's taken away. Calvert Chaney with the basketball. Shawnell Scott ahead of everybody. Throws it down.
Good for Calvert to get this playing time. Because what happens for a scorer, not only do you need to get in shape, but when you're shooting the basketball, you need to be able to get your legs underneath you, and your legs need to get into playing shape, and especially for a scorer and a jump shooter.
Nuggets had a chance late in the third. Well, they got nothing done in the fourth. Crispin. This is the long jumper. And LA will work it inside a minute. They're going to win on back-to-back nights. They're going to go to 10-1. And Crispin able to connect from 20 feet. It's the second NBA field goal, the rookie from Penn State. Violet Palmer wants to check something out with the clock. Here is the Antonio McDyess bobblehead doll. And I'm really surprised. Yeah, I'm really surprised, by the way, that they have not come out with the Todd Lichty bobblehead doll.
That was the real-life edition of the bobblehead. Yeah.
Hold on, so, hold on. There is Antonio. This one's for you, T.O.
Messed up my afro.
Chaney, wraparound pass to Vashawn Leonard, 8 to shoot it. Danielson said he's going to try to get Vashawn some more playing time. He's been the forgotten man. Vashawn hits a long three. Probably got away with a push to get clearance. And Vashawn Leonard has his second three-pointer of the year. Last year, he led the Nuggets with 147 triples.
I tell you what, you call this garbage time. Most of the guys on the court right now, it's the only time some of them have seen in a while. And it's important to them. These guys want to get out there, even though there's 20 seconds left in this ball game, and play well.
You're right. And a reminder, coming up in 15 seconds, the Rocky Mountain Sports Report. Gordy Hershiser, Keith Blyer in the studio tonight. Leonard on a drive. And Shawnell Scott from 20 feet. Bowen gets it off. Unfortunately, it's not very meaningful other than the first bucket of the game for Bowen. Dan Issel and the Nuggets go down 89-68. Shaq held the 10. They didn't need his offense tonight. The Lakers go to 10-1. The Nuggets back to 500. They are 6-6. Next up for the Nuggets, they'll be in Portland to take on the Blazers. LA by 21. Let's get into the studio now. Gordy Hershiser and Keith Blyer.